Well, after the opening match, Joe-Firpo now takes on Tony Westlake, who won a month ago up in Portland, Oregon. And we'll see if Joe-Firpo can shoot another game over 220. It's the first time in his career in the championship round he's ever bested 220. Shot 235 in the opening game.
And he averaged 225 on this pair, so he may have a feel for the pair. Maybe he's gotten relaxed now and throw it right to the heart of the pins. We had that all figured out, didn't we?
First shot a little high, but the one thing that Joe has avoided are splits and opens.
That's what I was thinking of. You know, sometimes when things are going your way, when you throw it right through the heart of the pins like that, you get 9, just like he did, instead of 4 or 5. I mean, or 6, 5 or 6. Makes the spare a lot easier.
Tony Westlake has a very sore middle finger right at the cuticle. Told me that it takes him a while to bowl and get that thing loosened up so that the pain isn't quite so severe, but I think probably all these players have some kind of pain in their hand. Opens up quickly and leaves a soft 10 on lane 20.
Tony playing similar angle that Firpo is, but just with more speed and less hook.
Average 215.5 on this particular pair of lanes.
Interesting stat there. Doesn't come out of the gate blazing a lot of times, losing 13 out of 21 in his first game on TV.
Good long look at the 10 pin. Really a very efficient player, a fooler. When you watch him bowl, makes a lot of quality shots. Has come close to winning some of the biggest titles on the tour. Finished second to Furo in the Firestone 2 years ago.
He finished second in that tournament twice, didn't he?
Well, less hook for Tony, and a nice pocket strike on lane 19.
You know, he came out a month ago and beat Norm Duke up in Oregon and shot 235 and just looked tremendous doing it. I mean, just every ball in the pocket. And so maybe he's gotten over that problem of winning the first match on TV. We're waiting for the pins to be set up on lane 19. Must be some malfunction in the machine. Joe does not want to bowl on lane 20 with a dark lane on 19 because he knows in the back of his mind is going to come down in the middle of his approach.
And of course, immediately following our Columbia 300 Open, we've got Canadian Open tennis for you from Montreal. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. Service ace for Firpo on lane 20. Now something 20 looks like the better lane.
Well, since the 10th frame, he's got to keep that speed up on the left lane. Can't ease up or the ball jump right through the nose.
Trying to be the first player to double here in game number 2 as we're even through a couple of frames.
Ooh, bad break there. A little bit of a look of disgust on his face that he didn't get that light hit. He would have liked to gotten out to that 10-pin lead early.
And at this point in time, as you take a look at his fiancée, Tony Westlake utilizing this time to re-rack the right-hand lane because he's also looking for the first double of the match.
Did you see that look of intensity on her face?
Yes.
I think she's into this match.
I'm going to say she probably is.
Here it comes. And there's the 10-pin again. Tony wastes no time.
The thing I like about his game, I think perhaps more than anything else, is his ability to keep the ball in play and hit the pocket. He doesn't perhaps strike as much as some of the players out here, but he always seems to be in play.
I like his heart, Denny, myself. I just have watched him strike out in the 10th frame to bail out games, to win tournaments. He's just not afraid of the situation when he gets up there in that situation. Carbon copy there.
Both players are striking on opposite lanes now, though. Brian Voss warming up. He's next on the hit list. Scott Devers, the remaining left-hander in this event, is the top seed.
Tighter and didn't break it up. Pulled it just a little bit. shakes his head. Side-to-side motion of that head is not a good sign. Trying to get it out to about the 9th board. And we watch it. Way left. Bounces around over there.
Open frame now gives Firpo a 13-pin lead here in match number 2. And here's a look at the downtown area of Austin, Texas, famous for its 6th Street musical entertainment. Back in Austin, Texas, Joe-Firpo with a 13-pin lead in game number 2.
More room. Nice shot. He's figured out lane 20, hasn't he?
Well, when I asked him about this pair when he was practicing, he gave me the casting, fishing look. And he said, you know, I'm just kind of fishing right now. Well, he's hooked a couple big ones out there right now. He's got the boat in the right spot, and he's got the right lures.
It just seems if he can execute the quality shot that he wants to, he gets a pretty good result.
Deep breath, looking for a double and a 23-pin lead.
Good speed. Oh, a bad break, the 4-pin. He wanted to jump on that mistake by Westlake. When your opponent makes that mistake like that, you like nothing better than just stomp on him. Come back with that double. There we see the difference in earnings so far, and he's got the rest of 91 to go. So it's not a great season, but it's better. It certainly would be added to with first price check here.
$21,000 will go to our winner this afternoon of the Columbia 300 Open. Uh-oh, major league drop-off there. There's more room on that shot, and the 2-8-10 stands. The moment that one left his hand, that one just spelled trouble.
And it's interesting that Parker Bone, Brian Voss, Tony Westlake, all these guys, and Scott Devers, our tournament leader, are way down in earnings this year over last year. Ooh, did bounce that around, but didn't get the break.
24 pins down now after 5 frames. Can he come back?
Of course he can come back. He still has a potential score of 226 if he would strike it out, but he better get his act together and start throwing it in the pocket.
Needs to get something started, and he does with a solid strike on lane 19.
You know, Dan, talking about